Hey, welcome to Fearless Agent Live today in the Fearless Agent Nation. Looking to come at you at the quickest way to get paid as a realtor. If you want to know, hang on, because we're going to go right now. I'm just going to add a few people into the conversation and get this thing rolling here. And as you start popping on, you may be able to hear my voice before I can actually see you. Start putting comment that I can hear you in there so I know what's going on. And do me a favor and click that share button right there on the bottom left. Awesome. No one is on yet according to this. So this is cool. So we're going to have this conversation with myself and you'll watch it recorded. Oh, one popped on. Who do we got here coming in live? Mr. J Nut 1982. Thanks for being in and supporting me, my friend. Fearless Agent Live, topic of the conversation. Oh, there's some thumbs up, a whole bunch of them right there. Topic of conversation, the quickest way to get paid in real estate. I want to back up just really quickly. Hey, Elizabeth, thanks for being on here. I can't even see if anyone's on or any comments or not, so I appreciate those coming through. Listen, so the quickest way to get paid in real estate, that's the conversation, but you got to back up and you got to understand, hey, if you don't get paid, you go broke. You go out of business. And I can't tell you, of being 11, 12 years almost in the business, working with around 1,000 buyers and sellers, dealing with thousands of agents across the country, coaching members inside of Fearless Agent, top producers I've met with, and seeing the inflow and the outflow of the realtor community. There's one thing that has stayed consistent in much longer than my 12 years of real estate, and the consistent thing is that 90% of realtors will fell out of the business. And it's simply because they're doing activities that one day might get them paid, but they're completely skipping the activity that gets paid today. So I want you to put yes, I want paid today. Put yes below in the comments if you want to get paid today for doing your job. If you do, the absolute quickest way, write this down, okay? Write this down. The absolute quickest way to get paid in real estate, massive action in not making contacts. It's not about contacts. It's massive action in setting appointments, okay? Massive action in setting appointments. Awesome, Elizabeth. Glad you're on here listening and learning today. If you guys are getting what I mean by this, how many times I see people, and I'm very highly affiliated with Mojo. If you haven't heard me talk about Mojo, go to Mojo, get Mojo. You'll love Mojo. It's the CRM and dialer that I use. But everyone that I've noticed, they're always tooting their horn at how many contacts they've made, and very rarely do they toot their horn at how many appointments they've set. And here's the simple formula to be able to do one transaction. If this is you, if you would like to do one or more transactions per year, write yes below if this is you, okay? This is the formula. Focus on setting 5 appointments. And I say this all the time. Go set 5, go on 3, and sign 1. Not only sign 1, but sign it at a higher commission rate so you get paid more for working less. You do that one thing, I guarantee you, if you sign 1 transaction every single week, you will close 52 deals. It might not be 52 listings, but you will close 52 transactions. You ask, how do I know? I know because I've done it for years. I failed miserably my first year in real estate, sold 2 houses, one to my sister, one to a walk-in in 2005. Then I met Mr. Bob Leffler in the Fearless Agent Nation, and I went from there actually setting appointments, right? I remember I wasn't setting any appointments the first year in real estate, and Simply Bob said to pick up the phone, and I mumbled out a few words. Is it because you hate realtors, or what is it? You know, that famous line in the FSBO script? And that was the beginning of where I began to dominate now money, getting paid by for sale by owners. But what I realized is when I lost focus and started the contactitis road, you know contactitis? Put yes if you heard contactitis. That's where you just make contacts and you don't get paid. No one likes making a bunch of contacts just to simply not get paid. You know, I love to listen to different coaches and trainers and speakers around the world and just see what's working and not working. And you might have heard of a guy named Mr. Grant Cardone. Grant Cardone says that there's 2 ways to get paid in sales. Number 1 is over a phone, and number 2 is knocking a door, right? Even with as much as we have with electronic devices and digital communication and the whole idea of social security, which I so support, he says the quickest way, though, to get paid is over the phone, right? Much quicker than you can get done through a tweet or a message or a Facebook post or a live stream. I do live streams obviously all the time. That creates awareness. That does not cause a sell, right? What causes a sell is having the quickest way right? The quickest way, let's talk about the quickest way to get paid, is get on the phone and have conversations. And for you, your job is simple. Set appointments. Set 5 appointments or more every single week. Leo has said he's been there. He's been to a place where he would make a bunch of contacts. Leo, how much money did you make making contacts and no appointments? Did you make a lot of money doing that? Just out of curiosity, post in the comments so I can see that. You know, the truth is, you probably don't make any money or very little just focusing on the contacts. That creates contactitis. And you could make 100 contacts a day, 200 contacts a day. Does it matter if you're not getting paid? Wouldn't you rather make 20 contacts a day and set 3 appointments? Which feels better? 100 contacts and 0 appointments, or 20 contacts and 3 appointments? I mean, seriously, when you think about it. So the objective is simple. And Leo put on here, he lost money when he was lost in contactitis. One of our own Fearless Agent students was lost in contactitis. He lost money completely. Dude, it's hard to listen to you and Bob at the same time. Well, don't listen to Bob. Watch this on recording. Don't listen. Don't tell Bob I said that. Don't listen to me. Listen to Bob. Oh my gosh. I am so funny. Okay, but seriously, focus on setting appointments. 5 every single week. In fact, once you hit 5, level it up and say 7. Once you hit 7, say 8, say 9, say 10. Focus on setting appointments. You know, you can never set too many appointments. I have agents like you guys coming to me all the time say, well, Colton, I'm setting too many appointments. What do I do? Well, you cancel the ones that suck and you go on the ones that are awesome. And trust me, your life is not so busy you could not handle one awesome listing appointment every single day. True or true? If you are okay with going on one qualified appointment every single day, put "that's me" in the comments below, because that's where I want to get you guys. I want you to get to the point that you're on one appointment every single day. Hey, check this out. Mike Sowell said, nice pocket square. Did you fold it yourself? Actually, I did not fold this myself. I forgot my pocket square today, and I duly noted that. And handy dandy Jeremy Nutt over here is to take mine. It's always perfectly folded. Check this out. Always perfectly folded. Just to simply insert. Right there. That's how I look so good. Someone else folds my pocket squares. Leo, I'm glad to hear that's you. It's all about setting appointments. Leo's on board. Who else is on board to go on one qualified appointment every single day? I want you to think about that. There's an average of 21 work days per month. That's 210 work days per year if you worked the minimum. That's only a 10-month year, right? 210 listing appointments? If you worked only 10 months, would you be okay with that? Focus on setting appointments. Your job will never get easier than when you have too many appointments to go on, because then you'll need to leverage yourself out with staff. Then you'll need to leverage yourself out with the stuff that costs you time and energy and money. You know, setting up showings or scheduling showings or getting feedback or putting a sign up or putting a key box up. You know, I sell a lot of houses, but very rarely do I ever deal with a key box. In fact, I don't even remember the last time I used a super key or a key because it's now on my phone. I cannot remember the last time that happened. Right? My point is because when you get so focused on setting appointments, you don't have to deal with that stuff. Someone else will deal with it for you. Trust me. When you can develop the skill of setting appointments, that is how you get paid today. And you can literally get paid in the next 45 days. No joke. You go get on the phones, call FSBOs, call expires. I don't care if they're old, if they're new, if they're rich, if they're poor, if they're black, if they're white. Go call FSBOs. Set appointments. Go call expires. Set appointments. Go make cold calls. Set appointments. Go call your past clients, your sphere of influence. You will set appointments. If you are not currently at the level of business you want to be at, or you're not having several appointments scheduled every single week, a minimum of 5. If you're not setting 5 appointments every single week, it's because you're not working hard enough. I can promise you that. I've been in your shoes before where I could barely schedule 1 appointment a week, let alone 5 in a week. And I remember once I hit 5 in a week and I could challenge myself to go to 10, what I realized, it did not matter about getting the listing at that point. It mattered about getting the appointment set. Then I could analyze if I wanted to go on the meeting or not, if I wanted to meet with that person or not. And if it was a batshit crazy gambler, I didn't meet with them. If it was a nice, sane seller, if I had 10 appointments set and I could identify 5 of those nice, sane sellers, I went and met with the nice, sane ones, and I got rid of the crazy, insane ones. So your job's not to work with everyone. Our job is to work with nice, sane people that have equity in their house, a reason to move, and they want to hire you, right? Cool or cool if you get what I'm saying. So the formula is set 5, go on 3, sign 1, formula to get 52 transactions throughout the year. So Leo, everyone around me is a buyer agent. Hard to stay focused sometimes on listings. This video has had me fired up. Thanks, brother. Awesome. I'm glad to hear it. And I don't say don't work with buyers, in my opinion, because closings are the name of the game here. We want to get paid at the end of it. But the question is what is your dollar per hour worth? And typically with a buyer, your dollar per hour is worth significantly less. You could do fewer deals as a seller than you could do as a buyer. That is true. You could do more buyer transactions. But the reality is you're never going to charge heaven % on a buyer. You just aren't going to do it. But you could charge that on a seller or more. You could get paid more for doing less work, having your nights and weekends back forever. And in fact, you will get to the point that you will have so many buyer leads, it's insane to get rid of them, but you don't have the time to work them yourself. That's where you begin to leverage them out with a buyer's agent. I see too many agents wanting to hire a buyer's agent, and they haven't even hired an administrative assistant yet. So don't get crazy here. Focus on setting 5 appointments. It says so many appointments, you're so booked up for an appointment or 2 every single day. And then when you're so busy you can't do anything else, that's when you hire an administrative assistant. Someone to take the dollar per hour work off your plate so you can focus on the hundreds of dollars per hour work that is generating business. If you're new to Fearless Agent, well, click the link above and take a free test drive and learn the 5 presentations that every realtor must know. And if you're in Fearless Agent like our friend Leo here, thanks for being a part of the Fearless Agent Nation, because we want to make sure that we are giving change for realtors out there that need it in the way that our market and our economy is shifting and changing constantly. The way we can deliver our presentation really truly matters, because even though digital communication is very high right now, personal communication and the linguistics of human nature will never change. And so you have to have a presentation that is completely different than the competition. If your listing presentation consists of talking about you and your company and your 87 different websites that your stuff goes on, you're doing it wrong. 100% you are doing it wrong, and now you're giving your options to the buyer or seller as you just being a feature or benefit. Then they start to shop you based on price. How much do you cost, right? And that's when they're going to find the cheapest guy for the job. But if you don't focus on features and benefits, and if you focus on the customer and the fear of loss and what's in it for them, where are they moving to, why is it important to them, what do they expect from you, what got them so happy when you moved them to Chicago for the job transfer, when you do that, they sell themselves on you. They sell themselves on why it would be stupid to go with the other guy that has the 87-point action plan, or the 87 different websites, or the 3D. I get this question all the time. Hey, Colton, do you guys use 3D tours? No, I don't use 3D tours. In fact, myself, I hate looking at 3D tours. Is it something that could catch on? Sure, absolutely. Is there a lot of money made there for 3D tour companies? Probably. I don't know. But I do know this. I don't use it, and I make more money than 99% of the other realtors in my market and in the United States, because a simple business plan, a simple formula: set 5 appointments, go on 3, sign 1. And even that, in my opinion, signing 1 of 3 is low. But at the very minimum, you can sign 1 out of every 3 appointments you go on, even if you suck at your presentation, and you're going to make significantly more money than every other realtor out there. And this is the secret to get paid now in the next 30 to 45 days. Going on appointments, not waiting for appointments in the future, but setting appointments now. All right, thanks, Fearless Agent Nation. We'll see you later. Skills, schedule, systems. Got it? So why are agents failing? Because they're not learning the skills. They're not learning how to acquire a customer, how to present to a customer, how to hand them a pen. I'm right here next to the, you know what the sound of, that's the sound of freedom, right? Great day to hear the sound of freedom in the background.